Well, welcome everyone back to Kitchen Table TCG. I've got my Wilderness t-shirt on. Welcome to a Nightfall market update. I know, I get it. We're not doing Wilderness yet. The official release date is tomorrow. Next week's video on Thursday will be for Wilderness. We'll do the EV of the box, see where things are based on the market price. But welcome to a Nightfall market update. We're going to take a look at Nightfall, see if it's worth it to open up a booster box. If you want access to all this data as a collection tracker, I do offer this as part of my Patreon, patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You get a nice little collection tracker. You can track the value of your collection, and if you have the full sets, we will be adding Wilderness this week, hopefully. We'll get that once we know all the cards and that kind of thing. And then it gives you a summary of the value of your collection. It's a pretty great thing. Also, you get access to a Discord server. You get access to a place to hang out and play games and have fun with people who enjoy TCGs as well. All right, let's hop in to Nightfall and see, is it worth it to open up a booster box of this wonderful set? My favorite set. Is it my favorite set? This is probably my favorite set so far. I'm stoked for UFO, though. Let's talk about everything in Metazoo. Everything in the TCG world has been pretty soft lately. Metazoo is not immune from that. Booster box is sitting at like 190 for Nightfall right now. Even one sold at 175, 214 with a spell book, 235. Prices are all over the place. I've been watching this a lot on Facebook. Seems like boxes are going for between 190 and 200 in volume, even on Facebook. So lots of people interested in this still, but also a lot of people just have this, right? Like a lot of these boxes have not been super hard to get as of late. So not a huge surprise that with Wilderness coming out, a lot of the money is floating to other things. And then obviously just the economy overall. Down 13% though. And that's basically, based on 3 weeks ago, we're down quite considerably here. So just keep that in mind. Everything's a little soft this week. If you don't have Nightfall boxes, might be a good time to buy. If you have a lot of Nightfall boxes, it might be hard to sell right now. So just keep that in mind. Let's see if is it worth it to open up. Oh, let's look at the other stuff. Spellbooks, not really any change. No real other changes at all, to be honest. Bronze cards, no value, 17 cents. Silver cards, no value, 15 cents. Nightfall Gold cards, a couple of big ticks here. Headless Horseman, somebody bought a bunch of those. Mothman, somebody bought a bunch of those. Wendigo, sitting at the same price. Other than that, no real changes here in the non-foils. River of Time, still like a $2.35 card. Again, it'll be really interesting to see how the meta shifts with Wilderness, but that card has been played pretty consecutively or consistently in the current meta. Keep in mind, there is a foil version of this that a lot of people rather have for like the $20 that it costs. So don't get upset that there's a lot of these. These were the rare. The gold non-foils were in every pack, so there's a lot of these cards. They're really trying to make the game accessible for new players by putting that stuff in there. Reverse Hollow Bronze, up 3% here, sitting at about $1. Not a lot of volume on these, not a lot of movement, not a lot of interaction. Tea Cutler, up 100% at 50 cents. Not a lot of movement, though. Not really much to talk about. Reverse Hollow Silver. This is honestly going to be a pretty boring market update, everyone. Don't click away. Keep watching. We'll have fun. Okay. The Reverse Hollow Silver's down 3%. Not really anything to talk about. Reverse Hollow Gold's down 6%. A couple things to chat. Headless Horseman down pretty consistently. Your Wendigo and Mothman are floating. They kind of go back and forth on which one is more valuable. It's still kind of cat's out in the bag on which one of these will be more valuable long term between Mothman and Wendigo. My guess is that they'll actually move in parallel. You're at $1.85. And now let's get to the full Hollow Golds. What you came to see is your Mothman collection worth any more money? It is not. It's actually down 6%. Wendigo's up a little bit, though. Wendigo and Mothman, people, I got this one wrong. I went heavy on Mothman, and the market wanted Wendigo. So Wendigo is still the chase foil of the set, sitting at $65. There's not a ton of supply of this. Let's take a look at Mothman first. There's not a massive amount of supply of these. So here's your Mothman sales at like 35. But if you take a look, I mean, it's not much to get that up to $50. There's not like there's a lot. I don't know. There's not a ton though. There's not a ton of cards. Under 50. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 19. There's 20 cards under $50. That's not a terrible amount. So Mothman and then Wendigo, similar thing. The supply on these is it's waning. There's just not a ton on the market. Like 5 listings for the Wendigo. Look at that. There's 8 cards, 7 cards on the market. Like these can move really quick. It's interesting to see all that. So volume of those is just not there. It's just like there's not that many cards. Where's my buttons? All right, here we go. Keep going. You're kind of down 5% across the board to an average of around $8. So no real changes. You've got other ones going up. Oklahoma Octopus still going up. Again, maybe people thinking that water deck's going to stay. But no other real massive changes to talk about. Grim Reaper down 33% to $15. All right, let's move on to the, are these any valuable? No. Terra, no. All right, move on to the EV here. You still have the skewed EV thing where remember that the reverse holos are very heavily focused in the spell books. So the booster boxes had a lot of full holos. I talked to somebody the other day who I had opened a box with them, and when I opened the box, they reminded me that I opened 33 full holos for them. So a lot of these boxes are skewed. So if you use like the regular kind of expected, it would be 127, but where this is skewed, you're really seeing about $220 per box right now. So it's worth it. If you got some Nightfall sitting around, you want to sell them, you want to open up packs and try to get that old scratch or whatever, have fun. Knock yourself out. $220 seems pretty good. So all that being said, let me know like what you think about Nightfall. I love this set. I think it's awesome. It's a ton of fun to open. Really good set. Be interesting to see if any of these cards get inserted into the meta coming out with Wilderness. So be really fun to watch. Enjoy Wilderness pre-release weekend. We're doing an event on Friday, so it'll be a lot of fun to play some pre-releases and play with those pre-release decks. Enjoy it. Next week we'll be back with Wilderness. If you want a collection tracker, this should be out next week, hopefully. If you want a collection tracker for Wilderness to see if you have like the full set or whatever, hopefully we'll have that out for you by next week. Patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.